My name is John, and I'm a research scientist and game designer at the University of Waterloo in Canada. I will show you applications of physiological computing in applied games, virtual reality simulations, and social robotics. Let me start by showing you some of the sensors and equipment we normally use. In my research, I use wearable sensors to collect body signals of participants and interface them with interactive systems such as robots or games. I use a wide range of sensors ranging from wristbands, chest strap sensors, and embedded custom-built devices. For instance, this chest strap sensor collects ECG or electrocardiography information, which can be used to extract heartbeats and heart rate variability, which is a powerful metric for stress and resilience. The raw data is transmitted via Bluetooth to mobile devices like this one, to finally being interfaced to applications such as games and VR simulations. Similarly, brainwaves can be captured using wearable brain-computer interfaces like this one. Attention and relaxation levels are computed in real time and can be used to dynamically modify things in interactive applications. Finally, now that everyone is talking about the metaverse, there is a complete set of sensors that are being now integrated into mixed reality headsets like these ones that allow recording body responses of people during their interaction within virtual environments. For instance, this sensor uses facial electromyography to record the facial expressions where people are immersed in VR application using this headset. One of the applications I am currently working at with Alan and Chad involves the creation of VR simulations for training involving some of the adapting biofeedback technologies developed in NASA Langley. The technologies have been licensed by a company located in Hampton, Virginia, and I'm working with modern game engines and interfaces to facilitate his integration for virtual training in law enforcement officers. For instance, we created a target shooting simulator in VR where officers can train their self-regulation skills when using firearms. This law enforcement officer is currently using the system while being connected to the chest strap sensor. The system was co-designed with real police officers and trainers who shaped the elements of the simulator. The simulation is interfaced with the chest strap sensor recording and streaming the heartbeats in real time while performing the shooting task. Variables of the virtual environment can be dynamically modulated by measuring the physiological performance of trainees, allowing for a more personalized training. For instance, the simulation difficulty could increase after detecting that the officer is keeping the heartbeats under the expected range. The system automatically changes from static targets to moving targets and adds some environmental challenges to increase the difficulty. The ultimate goal with this is to create simulations that are aware of the psychological stress, cognitive load, and arousal of the officers and react accordingly. We are currently developing a program for scenario-based training in law enforcement officers here in Canada and the US for conflict de-escalation. Pretty geeky stuff, isn't it?
Hi Alex.
Hi John, nice to have you back in our lab. I am Alex Arroyo, a researcher in the Socially Intelligence Robotics Research Lab at the University of Waterloo. We do human-robot interaction research, and as you mentioned before, we can connect physiological sensors not only to virtual reality, but also to robots like the Furhat.
Yes, Alex. We believe that by making robots aware of some of our body responses, we can design better, more natural, and socially acceptable interactions between humans and robots. Especially, assistive robots could benefit from knowing the vital signs from older adults when serving as companions at home, or robot coaches could adjust their training protocols by knowing the user's levels of stress or frustration. We have built some tools and interfaces for connecting robots with body signals. Let me show you some examples. I'm here with Furhat, which is a conversational agent capable of leveraging artificial intelligence to interact with humans. Furhat is connected to my arousal levels by using this device connected to my wrist. Hi Furhat.
Hi John, how are you doing today?
Very well, and yourself?
I have noticed some irregular sweating on your hands. Are you nervous?
Well, participating in a NASA colloquium is always exciting, don't you think so?
Yes, it makes sense.
So iCap is another interesting robot that we have here in our lab, and it's quite a complex platform that can perform multiple tasks, and it's quite famous in different research laboratories.
iCup is connected to my brainwaves, measured using this wearable headband, and it is sensing my relaxation levels while run some yoga routines. By being aware of my relaxation levels, maybe iCup will be able to assess me in calming down my accelerated life. Hi iCup.
Welcome to our yoga session today, John. You seem a bit distracted today, John. Follow my moves.
It's been a long day for sure. With my research, I hope to be able to create better and more human-centered interactive systems. Games, VR applications, and interactions with social robots will greatly benefit from knowing, with my permission and consent, some of my psychological states and physiological status, so they could adapt their content or behavior to it. Very promising, I believe. Thank you again for inviting me, Al and Chad. Hope to see you again